Part-time spirituality. Your complaint that God does not respond and does not shower His grace, even when you pray earnestly, is due to part-time spirituality and only half-hearted longing. One who wholeheartedly accepts pain and joy equally as gifts from God and dares not judge them as good or bad is truly devoted to God. With such an attitude, one can live carefree and happily. Sai Baba, Jesus and Sai Baba, Govinda Sai Publishing House, p. 268, JJK. Part-time spirituality. People who separate the worldly and the divine, or people who only remember God in times of need and then ask God for help or confront God with accusations. What does part-time spirituality mean? Sai Baba, I am with you, beloved people, always. Anyone who lives in the world and yet is not of this world, who is human and in living communication with God, who knows the inner longing for God and who at the end of each day always turns to God and clarifies events with God, is truly a child of God. The longer your thoughts wander from God and the more you become entangled in the machinery of time, the clearer it is that you are only partially living in the awareness that God nourishes everything and is everything. JJK, but with all the influences and distractions, with the struggle for survival that many are fighting, how is it possible to think about God 24 hours a day? Let God work through you. Sai Baba, it is possible if you let God work and think through you. As soon as God thinks you, the 24 hours are quite natural, because then you don't count the hours, but are always connected within. To let God enter into you, to receive God within you and to host Him permanently, that is the way to let God show and reveal life to you and never to complain about your challenges and trials. If God lives within you, this is natural. If you seek God outside of yourself, frustration will be your constant companion. What is good, what is bad, what is insignificant, what is right for you? All these questions fade away as soon as you let God rule and as soon as God takes the wheel of your life. JJK, am I then not just an apathetic passenger in my own life? Sai Baba, quite the opposite. Only when you have given God the steering wheel of your life can you begin living your life. Only then will you no longer have to look at the road, but you can let your gaze wander and carefully observe and notice every single flower along the way. Let God guide you wherever God wants to guide you. But be amazed at what God has planned for you and where the journey will lead. This is what it means to be fully connected to God or to only partially engage with God and one's own spirituality. JJK, beautiful. Yes, letting God think, speak, and act within me, that's it. If the ego is purified, then. Sai Baba, many people approach God with their minds alone, forgetting that they must break out within to reach God. Opening the heart and turning to God with all one's soul is a process that begins when the solutions offered by the mind do not lead to satisfactory results. Once the tears have purified the ego, everything happens automatically, the person is transformed and God enters his life. JJK, so how do we reach God? Sai Baba, to live life until longing awakens. There is no other way. Ultimately, every human being wants to experience separation from God for as long as it serves their earthly experience. Patiently working toward the initial spark, life after life, it happens naturally, and it is given. I am with you, beloved John. I am with you, beloved, who has followed these words with your heart and listened with your soul.